Okay, so I'm out doing my last therapy session. I'm going to feel it right now because there's a woman about to walk past me, but my last therapy session is for me to walk alone to go and meet the therapist. So I've got no dogs with me, it's just me walking and shitting myself. Not literally, but you know, it's so weird to not have the dogs as distraction, not have another person to talk to. Yeah, I can feel my shoulders are really tense, my stomach's all blur, and everything just seems really loud. And before I left, I was desperately looking for my sunglasses because I kind of feel that if I've got sunglasses on, I'm somehow protected, I'm more hidden. It's almost like as a child, you know, you think, well, if someone can't see, no, if you can't see the person can't see you, you know, in a game of hide and seek or whatever. It's weird. It's a bit like I always feel better if I do things at night, if I do walks at night, because no one's going to see me, so that if I panic and make an idiot of myself, there's no one to witness it. Oh. And the test is going to be whether I can do the walk back again, or whether I ask her to drive me back. Either way, this doesn't feel good, it's horrible. I can tell I'm over breathing, I need to sort my breathing out, but yeah, I just thought I'd show myself actually doing one of my sessions. And I'll let you know how I get on when I get back. So I made it, I survived. I got to my destination and I got there and the therapist wasn't there. And I thought, okay, I'm going to reward myself by going in the shop and buying myself something. So I bought myself some fake tan, a decent make, you know, not cheap and cheerful what's on offer. I bought some nice Saint-Tropez fake tan, which I desperately need. And then once I'd gone through checkout, I looked outside and I saw her. And instead of feeling, you know, relief, oh, the therapist's there and everything's going to be fine and whatever, I actually felt more anxious, because then I thought, right, now I've got to speak and I've got to explain, and what if I ask her to drive me home and she says, no, you've got to walk, you know. And then I was thinking, oh my God, I didn't think this through, you know, I'm out of my depth, how am I going to walk home, anyway, she was really cool and understanding, and we kind of went to a little quiet spot outside the shop so that we could talk. And I was really battling with myself. I knew what I should do is walk home, you know, face the fear. That's the crux of getting over this, you know, condition, is to face the fear. And you know, we stood there and she was like, well, I can't force you to do anything, you know, you do what you want to do. And then she said, well, how about if I drive my car to your house and then I start walking from your house and you start walking, and then we'll meet up and do the rest. And it all just was getting too much, you know, this indecisiveness. And so she said, you know, you've done well. You have done really well to do this part. That was the main goal, was to get here. So it's not a failure if I drive you home. So I just went, oh, okay, drive me home. And you know, I just made the decision, because the decision needed to be made. You know, I was just standing there wasting time. And, you know, we got back, and it took a little while for my anxiety levels to sort of come back down. And I was trying to assess, you know, the session in a positive way, because so often we beat ourselves up because it seems like everyone else can do these things with such ease, and yet here we are, you know, struggling and pathetic and stupid and odd and different. And she was saying to me, you know, that's not true. She said, I work with so many people, even, you know, within your local vicinity. I've got 5 clients alone, you know, and it's just a shame that she's not allowed to obviously put us in touch with each other. But that, you know, I did think, oh, that would be really nice, because you feel so alone, you know, when you've got these kind of problems. You know, whether it's social anxiety, generalized anxiety, panic disorder, agoraphobia, all of these things are really debilitating, and it's just comforting to know you're not the only one. I did feel a bit defeated that I didn't walk back, but I'm trying to focus on the fact, well, she was saying, just, you've got to break it down, you know, break everything you do, anything that's a struggle, break it down into small steps, small manageable steps, because if you just dive right in and go all out and it's awful, you're not going to want to do it again, you're not going to want to try again. So that's the mentality I'm trying to keep. So on another note, I have reduced my pregabalin. I decided, it's been a good 2 weeks or so now. It all started with a mix-up with my medication. I went to collect it and it wasn't ready, and you know, I spoke to the doctors. They didn't know if it was a problem their end, if it was a problem with the pharmacy. Anyway, meanwhile, my tablets are running really low, so I thought I'm going to have to eke them out so that they last me for the next few days until this prescription is sorted. So I dropped one of my evening tablets. I take two in the evening, 2 in the morning. That's what I used to take. So I thought, well, I'll drop one of the evening ones. So I was dropping my dose from 300 to 225. And on I didn't feel any different until about day 3, and then my stomach was awful. I had a really bad upset stomach all night, and I've noticed, I think it was the start of my bowels kind of coming back to life, because pregabalin, for me anyway, causes constipation, and I've noticed that that's improved since I've reduced. You know, I had that bad bout that one night, and then since then, you know, my bowels seem to be more regular and I'm less constipated. So that's one plus. I have noticed my anxiety is very slightly increased, not unbearably so, but I'm more aware of it. But at the same time, I can feel a little bit more of my emotion has returned. So I can feel myself feel a little bit upset by things, whereas before everything was monotone, everything was grey, everything was flat. You know, I didn't feel, and I can feel a little bit of emotion coming back. And I've had my first orgasm this year, which is quite something, because my body just wasn't able to do that while I was on the 300. So the plan is to stick with this 225 dose for a little while, and then drop another tablet. So drop another 75 milligram tablet and see how I feel. I'm not sure I'll ever be able to come off medication altogether, because I know that when you get back some of the good emotion, you also get back some of the bad. So yes, it's nice to have feelings again, but it means that I'm having to get the anxiety back again. Not that it was ever gone, but it was reduced. So yeah, that's what's been going on with me. I did say in the previous video, that was my last therapy session. It wasn't. My last therapy session is next week, so I may do another video to let you know what happens and how I get on. So yeah, I hope this is helpful to you, and catch up soon.